Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this episode of NAWA Championship Wrestling. We are going to start off hot and heavy here in this episode, Michael, as we are already at ringside for a match between DH and HD, Drew Hood, and next to perfect Adam James.
And this could be a main event on any week's episode, but it's your opening contest. Ladies and gentlemen, two of the top stars here in NAWA going at it head-to-head to start off the program. What a way to kick it off this week, Redbeard.
It's a tremendous action here we're bound for sure in this contest, as these are two of the best and brightest on our roster at this point in time.
Just a few weeks ago, we saw these two men in tag team competition against one another. Adam James and Chris Thunder Anderson was victorious against Drew Hood and Chris Vallow. But now we're here in singles competition. Drew Hood looking to make his mark and stake claim to being the #1 contender for Johnny Ryder's heavyweight championship again. There we go. There's Drew Hood playing with the referee with the boot checking. Now he's finally getting to do it here, and maybe we can actually get underway in this opening contest this week.
Hood has become one to really play mind games with his competitors here, Michael. Calling upon the referee to check the man, that's just a waste of time, but it's only going to get in the mind of Adam James as he wonders what in the world could be going on in Drew Hood's strategy here to try and get a win here.
And Adam James is in that side headlock, cinched in tight by Big DH as he shoots him off. And all that weight gaining is paying off for Drew Hood as he takes down Adam James with that shoulder tackle.
As you said, Big DH is right these days. He's put on about 30 pounds of muscle here recently. Man has definitely been in bulking season for sure here. The two of these men almost mirror images of one another in terms of their physique and size. So we'll have to see if the veteran instincts of Adam James can get up and get over on old DH and HD there.
It was a beautiful arm drag there from Adam James, and this is the first time singles matchup between these two men. They've never competed individually against each other inside the square circle, so the winner of this match is definitely going to have bragging rights moving forward. But more importantly, they're going to be one step closer up that ladder for a shot at the NAWA Heavyweight Championship. And again, that's something that Drew Hood has not let go of, is getting his hands back on Johnny Ryder. But look at that drop kick there from Adam James.
Almost out of nowhere, James pulled that drop kick out just then. He's known to put that thing in his repertoire there every once in a while. And now look at that arm bar and also trapping down on that trapezius muscle, trying to get that nerve hold in there and really apply the pain to DH and HD.
And Adam James is in control here, but Drew Hood able to work his way up to his feet and push him into the corner. The referee's going to call for a break here. He's got till 5. Referee trying to pull him off.
Look at that. What in the world?
Drew Hood right back to the eyes, raking Adam James, and now just putting the boots to him.
Got him down in the corner there, putting his full weight across the neck there. Referee's got to admonish DH and HD and get him out of there.
The referee doing the best he can here this week with this, like I said, main event caliber opening contest this week. This could have easily main evented the show, Redbeard.
2 count only on that pinfall attempt there. As you said, Michael, these are two top athletes here in NAWA. Could realistically be a main event anywhere across the Mid-Atlantic, but it's right here as your opening contest on NAWA. Folks, we hope that you're joining us on one of our social media platforms. If not one, all, definitely join us on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, all the above there, as we're glad to bring you our content on a weekly basis and have been doing so for almost 2 years here.
And here we go, we're going for that pin cover. Again, we talk about Adam James and what he's meant to NAWA. We've called him the franchise of NAWA for a long time, and you know, if you come in and you can defeat Adam James in a singles competition, you're really, you know, showing that you've got some potential to go somewhere here in NAWA, and that's something that Drew Hood is looking to do. He's looking to get that monkey off his back, showing that he can win the big one.
That's absolutely right, Michael. Adam James, something of the measuring stick around here in terms of people who want to come in and actively pursue championships in NAWA, because James himself has held virtually every piece of hardware, every piece of gold that you could think of in NAWA. But right now, Drew Hood has got a hold of the head and neck of Adam James, working him over really staunchly here, Michael.
Well, he's held every championship except for that television title, which Drew Hood was the inaugural TV champion here by winning that Bunkhouse Stampede just about a year ago. But Drew Hood has been in the heavyweight championship contention for most of the year, but unable to take the title off of Jonny Ryda. And he's going to look to refocus his efforts here on doing that if he can defeat Adam James here this week.
Absolutely. You mentioned Ryda there. Ryda has been a really prideful fighting champion throughout his tenure as our champion here in NAWA. Been able to take on all comers, but you have to think potentially the winner of this match would be in direct line for a potential challenge to that title there as DH and HD eats a clothesline from Adam James. Both men reeling. DH trying to get back to a vertical base. Adam James running across, misses with that splash though.
Again, nobody on, but a big super kick out of nowhere.
Whoa,
A
look at
spinning
that.
heel kick from Drew Hood. Tit for tat here, move for move.
An amazing series of offense there. A flurry by both men, and now they are each laying prone on the deck here. My goodness.
You got to think the man that gets to his feet first has got to go for that pinfall attempt. Drew Hood should go for it right now, but Adam James is also starting to gather himself and get back to his feet.
You know, Hood definitely is not.
Holy Christ!
I was going to say Hood hasn't absorbed as much offense, but here we go. Pinfall, 2.
And Drew Hood cannot believe that Adam James kicked out of that after that big bicycle kick there.
That was 2 9/10, if anything, Michael. My goodness. Drew Hood beside himself here, trying to gather himself up and determine what in the world he can do to try and get the victory over Adam James at this point. James up, atomic drop. Now James firmly in control with another clothesline. Wow, got him right in the face with that one.
And next to Perfect starting to feel it here and take it to Drew Hood, looking to put this matchup away.
Shoots him across, scoop, slam, there you go. Down for a pinfall, 2. Still only a 2 count though.
And what an opening contest this week, ladies and gentlemen. Back and forth action here between two of the best on the NAWA roster, and Adam James and Drew Hood. Who's going to walk out the winner in this opening contest? Ladies and gentlemen, make sure you're joining us every Saturday at noon for this type of action only on NAWA Championship Wrestling each and every week on Facebook and YouTube.
This one's starting to become a protracted battle, so you're going to start to see cardiovascular come into play here. Which one of these men can keep up their momentum and win? Look at that.
Another big bicycle kick, rolls him up. Look here, Drew Hood's got his feet on the ropes. Referee catches it. Referee caught him. And Drew Hood would have weaseled his way out if the official didn't see that. Adam James back to his feet now.
Hood thought for sure he had the victory there. But
look here, he's going to set him up for a next to perfect plex, but Adam James is blocking it. Here we go, fights his way out. Now Adam James going for his finisher. Unable to catch. Drew Hood's got the ropes.
Hood holding on to anything he can at this point in time to block that maneuver.
And Adam James talking to the official.
Oh, no.
And that was his mistake. That was his mistake. Rating spike.
Oh, wow.
He just hit him with a rating spike, and Drew Hood has he's defeated Adam James here in your opening contest this week. Drew Hood, Redbeard, making a name for himself here.
What a comeback there, and what a victory for Hood, who now sees himself as a firm contender in the championship division. My goodness.
All right, Wrestle fans, I'm standing here with Big Donnie. Big Donnie, you didn't lose that TV belt, and I know right now you got Jonny Ryda and his NAWA heavyweight title on your sights.
No, I never lost the TV title. Brody come in and screwed me out of that. Jonny Ryda, yours is the next title up, and I'm taking it home and sending your ass back to the country woods.
There you heard it, folks.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is your main event this week. Big Donnie, the unstoppable monster. It's the undefeated Big Donnie is going to be taking on Jonny Ryda for the NAWA Heavyweight Championship. Stay tuned for that huge main event coming up later.
Hi, I'm Ted, and welcome to my TED Talk. With me, I have, what's your name?
High performance.
High Performance. Are you sure you don't look very high? I mean,
Nah,
you know.
I just do what I do.
All right, we have a few questions to ask you, Mr. Performance. Okay, first question is, are you in the Illuminati?
No.
I mean, I see this shirt. I can't, you say it yourself, don't trust anyone.
Yeah.
All right, second question here. Is this your real hair?
Yes.
You sure? It doesn't,
Yes.
doesn't look very real. Okay. All right, well, okay. Third question. How many matches have you won in NAWA?
3.
3?
Yes.
You won 3 matches.
Yes.
He won 3 matches.
Yes.
You won 3 matches. You sure about that?
Yes.
Available now for iOS and Droid, it's 80s Mania Wrestling Returns! 80s Mania Wrestling Returns is a totally radical pro wrestling business sim and collectible card game set in pop culture's 2 greatest decades, the 80s and the 90s. With 80s Mania Wrestling Returns, you'll collect cards for wrestlers, tag teams, managers, interviewers, title belts, match types, venues, skits, mic spots, and more. You'll use these cards to book the best wrestling shows you can. Better shows earn more game cash. More game cash means better cards for your collection. While you create a unique history for your own wrestling promotion every time you play, you'll see lots of nods to some of your favorite movies, cartoons, music, and of course, wrestlers. How many retro references can you spot? For more info, visit our website, 80smaniawrestling.com. And please give us a like on Facebook and follow us on Twitter at 80smaniawrestle. To get the game for free, just head over to the App Store or Google Play Store and search for
80s Mania Wrestling Returns!
All right, wrestling fans, I'm standing here with the new tag team, the High Flyer and the Mat Man, Phoenix and Emery. Tonight's the night they got to wrestle the Black Society.
Black Society, I've been a fan of your work for a while, and I've watched you guys. We've been on a couple of the same shows together. But at the end of the day, you've never been in the ring. You have never stepped in between the ropes with neither Chase Emery nor myself, Chris Phoenix. Like I said earlier, we are a different dynamic than anything that the North American Wrestling Alliance has ever seen. With my speed and his power, we're taking over the NAWA.
That's right. Just like Chris said, I'm on the mat. He's the aerial attacker. And when we step through those ropes tonight, we're friends with you guys, but when we step through those ropes, we won't be friends with you.
It pays more to win, guys. It pays more to win.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, coming up, we're going to have the Black Society in tag team action against the guys you just saw, Chris Phoenix and Chase Emery. Plus, Redbeard, we've got that huge main event, Big Donnie versus Johnny Ryder.
There'll be some monsters in the ring there, 2 big hosses and 2 big tag teams coming up soon in your main events for this episode of NAWA Championship Wrestling.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're back down to the ring in action as we got Ted, who we saw earlier on TED Talk, Assault High Performance, for bragging about winning more matches than him.
Well, Ted didn't exactly take things the right way there when he was engaged in conversation with High Performance. He struck the man right in the middle of the interview there, right in the middle of the mouth.
Well, here he's in the ring now with the Professor, flanked by Mike Ramsey, his manager, and the Professor, made an impressive debut with Mike Ramsey. He got beat by Carolina Dreamer a few weeks ago, but now that he's got Mike Ramsey, he's got a little bit more of a mean streak in him. He's here to teach the wrestlers here in NAWA all about pain and violence, but Ted is inflicting that abdominal stretch on the Professor here to perfection.
As we saw Ted, we've gotten to know him a little bit through these TED Talks and whatnot. He's such a maniacal character.
I still don't know what kind of idiot decided to give him a talk show.
I don't know. It's just, it's whoever can pay to be on the show seriously. But now, as you said there a moment ago, this abdominal stretch being applied by Ted to the Professor. We'll see if he can smartly find a way out of it, trying to reverse it into that hip toss. And look at that. Ted got one of his own.
There's Mike Ramsey, the manager of the Professor, the consultant to the Professor. And ever since they've joined forces, like we said, the Professor is 1-0 since joining forces with him. But Ted, he's on a winning streak, Redbeard.
He's
He's got one win in a row.
I was going to say
multiple losses, but 1 win in a row. Can you keep it up here?
I was going to say he's 1-0, but he's actually like 1-5 or something of that nature. But still, he's got the one, and that's an important one.
He's going to have to have eyes in the back of his head because he's got to also contend with Mike Ramsey there on the floor. The consultant, the the manager of the Professor here, who seemingly turned his luck around. Look at these knee strikes right into the midsection, just Muay Thai style there.
Now Professor shoots him across the ring there. Ted's in a bad way, tied up in the collar. Oh, excuse me, tied up in the turnbuckle there.
Well, you know, he's a doctor too, right?
I haven't seen any credentials professionally of this man. I don't know.
He told us he was.
Well, I don't believe that. Let me see a
Snap
degree
there.
here. Look at that. I believe that's a genuine kick there for sure, right in the spine of Ted. Ted's still able to get the man off of him and prevent that pinfall.
Oh, yeah, power slam from Ted. You don't associate power with Ted here, but look at that there. Been a big power slam, and the Professor is now flat on his back. Can Ted pick up his second win in a row here?
Both these men fighting to get back to a vertical base here. Referee's begun his count.
Look out, the snake on the floor. Mike Ramsey cheering his man on as Ted just clotheslines him 2 times in a row there. Big headbutt. The man in white would be proud right now of Ted. Here he goes. He's setting him up for the whiteout. Hits it.
Wow.
That's it. That's what he puts him away with. But Mike Ramsey's on the apron, distracting our official. Ted's got the win, Redbeard.
Ramsey, get out of there. Ted has already got his second win here potentially, except for Ramsey, who's having a conversation about who knows what with the referee.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. The Professor, somewhat smartly there, getting an opportunity to take advantage of Ted's lapse in judgment there. But
His
here we go.
misfortune. And Ted is on the losing streak again as the Professor and Mike Ramsey have outsmarted him. Probably wasn't the hardest thing to do, but now the Professor continuing the assault.
What in the world is going on here now? The Professor just trying to prove some kind of a point here and abusing Ted. My goodness.
And now the official back in the ring to pull off the Professor as Mike Ramsey's calling off the Wolves. Ladies and gentlemen, you're going to have to watch out for this duo of Mike Ramsey and the Professor as they just took care of Ted.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm standing here with the NAWA heavyweight champion, Backwoods Jonny Ryder. He's been a fighting champion, but now he's got to wrestle the beast, Big Donnie.
Big Donnie. Big Donnie's big, and he's bad. But this ain't no participation trophy. I fought, I climbed, I crawled, I won this. NAWA heavyweight champion. I'm a fighting champion. Big Donnie, you want to get in the ring with me? That's all right, because I got a 30-06 waiting for you. Because this is real.
That's going to be a showdown, folks.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's your main event this week. Big Donnie. Big Donnie is big. He's going to be taking on Jonny Ryder. Hey, Ryder, water's wet too. Would you know that? What's going to be for the NAWA Heavyweight Championship? That's your main event. Big Donnie versus Jonny Ryder. Stay tuned for that, ladies and gentlemen.
All right, wrestling fans, I'm standing here with America's favorite bail bondsman, getting a little cozy with King Craig Classic, aren't we?
I'm getting cozy with him for a reason. I'm making moves. NAWA has no idea what I've got planned for it. I got things coming out of my bag that run so deep I'm going to shake the foundation of this company. So the king of wrestling has recognized talent just like I can recognize focus and drive. And with my help, he will have that title back around his waist.
You got a king and a jailbird on your roster.
Jailbird. You're going to make me mad. Jailbird, I know you're watching, son. I don't know how you got out, and I don't know where you've gone, but I'm going to show up here and anywhere else I think your ignorant self is going to show up. You're on the run now. All I can tell you is keep running. Don't stop running, because when you turn around, I'm going to be there. The long arm of the law is going to grab you by the neck, son. And this time, I'm not letting go.
You can run, but you can't hide from this man.
Ladies and gentlemen, there you had words from Outlaw, but now we're switching to action here in the ring as we get ready to see a tag team matchup between the Black Society on the right-hand side of the ring there, Ryan Mantis and Lazarus Black, against Chase Emery and Chris Phoenix.
It's going to be a very entertaining tag team matchup. A lot of respect between both teams here. Very respectful of each other, very respectful of each other's ability and talent in the ring. So I'm expecting a clean contest here between both of these teams. And the last time we saw Black Society, Redbeard, they defeated the DOC, the Disciples of Chaos, but they were left laying in a heap of mess after those guys beat them up after the win.
It was a very physical contest for sure between those two teams there. Folks, if you haven't seen what we're talking about, go back in the archives and check out that particular episode and also many of our others. You'll find all of our content on YouTube, Facebook, and even join us on Twitter occasionally for some highlights there as well. But right now, Ryan Mantis showing this blue chipper, Chase Emery, what for here, as he shows some shades of amateur wrestling here, which Chase Emery, of course, very well versed in.
He's a state amateur wrestling champion in the state of North Carolina. So Ryan Mantis has his hands full if they're going to do some mat wrestling here with Chase Emery. But, you know, the Black Society, they're on a roll since losing to AWOL in that tag team tournament. They're on the precipice of getting that tag team title match. If they can continue to win matches and rack up the victories here, this would be a big one under their belt if they can defeat these two young up-and-comers here today on the show.
For sure, and this is also going to have major implications in the tag team division as we move forward here. All the time we're looking at wins and losses because they do matter here in NAWA.
Both men going for an arm drag, and they both thought of it at the same time and caught each other.
Emery showing veteran instincts there in terms of what he was attempting to go for in challenging Ryan Mantis, and now you have Lazarus Black in here against Chris Phoenix.
A lot of, like we said earlier, there's a lot of respect between these two teams as both the fresh men are tagged in. As you saw that handshake here, we've seen Chris Phoenix in a lot of singles competition lately, but him and Chase Emery have got a history of being a team here on NAWA, but do they have enough history to defeat the Black Society of Lazarus Black and Ryan Mantis here?
We'll have to see what kind of cohesion they can develop here on the fly, seemingly. Phoenix we saw most recently in a big-time battle against Texas Outlaw over that over the television title. But right now, Phoenix has got a strong arm bar here applied to Lazarus Black as these two men begin to engage in combat.
Lazarus Black working his way back up to his feet, pushing Chris Phoenix into the ropes, hoping the ref will break it, shoots him off, ducks the clothesline.
Springboard back elbow there by Chris Phoenix sends Lazarus Black down. Referee only in there for a 2 count, though.
Showing off the athleticism is the young Chris Phoenix, looking very impressive here in this tag team matchup. He shoots Lazarus Black across, up and over. Oof, huge European uppercut there. Stunning Chris Phoenix in the corner, but not long enough before the boot gets delivered. And right back in that side headlock now takes him over. This is just going to be back and forth wrestling, Redbeard. Not a whole lot of underhanded tactics are going to be used between these two teams. As we've said before, lots of respect between these 4 individuals.
Well, it's just some tremendous wrestling on display here thus far as you see Phoenix trying to weasel his way out of that leg lock there, able to get back in there and apply that side headlock once again. Great back and forth tactical wrestling here on display by both of these men. Expect to see some high flying here at some point in time because both of these men, Black and Phoenix, are known for going off the ropes here. Now shoots him across as Black eats a shoulder tackle though from Phoenix.
You talk about high flying. I've seen Ryan Mantis moonsault off the top rope, and I've also seen that hip toss delivered by Lazarus Black.
Ooh,
both men,
wow.
Holy Christ.
Oh,
again, both going for a clothesline.
Oof, one more time just for good measure.
Third time's the charm. No, it's not. Both men tagged out. In comes Ryan Mantis and Chase Emery are trading shots here, just standing in the pocket, going back and forth.
Say that the heavyweights sort of traded in on each other. Look at that swinging neck breaker by Mantis. Wow.
And Ryan Mantis doesn't look like the athlete of the day, but he's a whole lot more athletic than he looks. Very impressive physical specimen.
He's a big man who can get around the ring, and as you're seeing right now, brings in the power there, puts him down.
Powerful and agile, and Chase Emery's finding out firsthand. He's going for a bottom rope Vader bomb, but nobody's at home.
Such a tribute to other big men wrestlers like that move there. Vader, of course, one of the favorites in terms of big men out there in the history of wrestling. But Emery now tagging in his tag team partner in the form of Chris Phoenix. Went for a super kick, missed though. His man just ducked out of it. What is this?
Oh, he might have DDT there, and Lazarus Black taking care of Chase Emery. And Brian Mantis gets the pinfall, gets the 3 count.
A little bit of an underhanded tactic there by Black to take Emery out on the apron there, but a win's a win regardless here.
Just enough of a distraction to get the pinfall, Redbeard.
The Black Society victorious.
And there you go. There's a show of sportsmanship between all 4 of these men. The Black Society continuing their rise up the tag team ladder here in NAWA.
Big thirst. Many professionals reach for the smooth taste of Mellow Yellow. Woo, baby! Mellow Yellow, the taste that beats Mountain Dew. And now, Mellow Yellow has pictures and all the facts on your favorite NWA wrestlers. Ric Flair, Sting, the Road Warriors, and even my pretty face. Head to your favorite store and collect all 12. Woo! Take it from Dusty Rhodes, the American Dream. Make the Mellow Yellow move.
And oh dear goodness, Bryce Anthony's headed up to the top rope. No. Oh my goodness.
Another back ring.
That was a deep one, boy.
Like, I'm thankful, knock on wood, to have come along at this time in our business.
Oh no, Caleb Conley looking for a suplex on this hardwood gym floor. Johnson. And Ellis Jensen Cruiser and Cruiser Lewis has been eliminated.
With the EWF Heavyweight Champion, Mr. Debonair, Derek Ryda.
Sir, would you prefer hamburger A, a Wendy's hamburger, which is always made fresh, or hamburger B, which is pre-made and sits around?
B. It's hard like my deltoids.
Yes, but wouldn't you rather have the juicy taste of the Wendy's hamburger?
Hey, no pain, no gain. And that beef burger, that's pain, yeah, real pain, the kind I like. That burger put some serious hurt in me. I love it. Got any more?
Most people like the taste of fresh hamburgers, like Wendy's, the best burgers in the business.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for your main event this week. Redbeard, I can't believe we're giving this away for free on TV. Big Donnie, no one has touched this man, put him on his back in months. And can Johnny Ryder do it? His title is in some jeopardy here.
And for good reason there. You said nobody's put him down. The massive humanity that is Big Donnie, I don't know that even Ryda can pick him up here, Michael. This is just an insane thing to look at.
Well, since that switch has flipped, that attitude has changed inside of Big Donnie's brain, he's just been on another level, and I don't think anybody has been able to match him, but if anybody can do it, it's our champion, Johnny Ryder. Can he take Big Donnie out, or is the championship going home with the monster Big Donnie? Oof. And no, still not being taken off his feet. I can't remember the last time Big Donnie was taken off of his feet, Redbeard.
I can't recall the occasion, to be honest with you, Michael, but as you saw there, those two big men came shoulder to shoulder. Neither one of them moved seemingly an inch. Ryda had to take a moment. He was reeling there and trying to figure out what in the world am I going to do with this big, massive humanity that is Big Donnie.
Well, if anybody can do it, it'll be the man from the backwoods, powered by moonshine and chewing tobacco, Johnny Ryder, the NAWA heavyweight champion, but that is yet to be seen. I got a feeling, Redbeard, we're going to be seeing a crowning of a new heavyweight champion here today on the program.
Could very well happen for sure. And folks, we're glad to have you with us here on the program. If you have not already, please do consider subscribing to the NAWA YouTube channel and check us out on our social medias as well.
Holy Christ, just taking Johnny Ryder and slamming him to the mat. And now Big Donnie raking him right in the face. He's going to do what he's got to do to win this championship.
Oh, wow.
He's just punishing Johnny Ryder with those fists.
That jackhammer-like right hand of Big Donnie pounding the forehead of a prone Johnny Ryder.
And you can see the effects as Johnny Ryder is grabbing his face.
He almost doesn't know where he is at this point in time. He's in a heap of trouble at this moment.
Just sledgehammer shots, and here's another shot.
Oh,
whoa,
God, there
he's
he
down.
goes.
That's the first time Big Donnie has been knocked off his feet.
That was that right hand, too, Michael. He delivered it, but Donnie smartly with that ring awareness, rolled out of the ring. Oh, gosh. Just drapes him there across that middle rope, and there's a right hand from Big Donnie.
Ladies and gentlemen, I just want to let you know we're running low on TV time this week. We're going to stick with this match as long as we can, this heavyweight championship main event, as long as we can between Big Donnie and Johnny Ryder. We're going to bring it to you until we get kicked off the air, so just stay with us.
These two behemoths now going to the outside. Look at that.
Oh,
wow.
That hand hits that post, that steel post. And look at Ryder just tossing the big man back into the ring. And I think Johnny Ryder's got a chance to win this matchup, Redbeard, and keep that championship.
It looked like Donnie could have almost broken his hand there against that metal pole out there. But look at these two now trading blows. Oh, and Ryda continuing to chop down the stump that is Big Donnie there. Donnie back down on the mat here, folks.
This is not a sight that I said we're used to seeing. This is the first pin attempt that Big Donnie's had performed on him in a long time, but it was only good enough for a 2 count.
Still fighting his way back up to a vertical basis. Big Donnie now is peppering Ryda with those right hands. Got him in the corner here. Using the ring as a rope, using the ropes as a weapon there.
Dragging him face first right across that top rope. That can't feel good. And Big Donnie is in control of this matchup. Now he's just trying to stretch that shoulder and neck of Johnny Ryder.
Yeah, he's targeting that right hand, that right arm once again there. That's going to potentially affect Ryda's ability to hit that 30.
Oh, wait a minute. Ryder rolled him through. 2. Big Donnie kicks out.
Don't think Donnie even realized what had happened there as Ryda smartly went for that pinfall.
This is the first time we're seeing any kind of chinks in the armor of Big Donnie, and that's been a long time since we've seen any, but Johnny Ryder is inflicting them here. He's just trying to throw that right hand. If he connects, it could be over.
Such a smart maneuver there on the part of Ryda, trying to get the win any way he can.
Oh, no, he reverses it. Oof. Oh, big chop. Johnny Ryder hits him with a chop, but Big Donnie's still on his feet fighting back and forth. Here we go.
It's like Godzilla and King Kong trading blows in the middle of Skull Island, but it's happened here in the middle of the NAWA ring.
And I don't know if Johnny Ryder can sustain much more punishment from Big Donnie and vice versa as well. They're in the corner just slugging it out. And ladies and gentlemen, I think that's about all the time we got on for TV this week. This match is being called off due to TV time. Ladies and gentlemen, yeah, that's it. We'll see you right here next week, ladies and gentlemen. So long for now.